In the matter of Amit Kumar versus Union of India, Supreme Court directed constitution of a national task force to address the mental health concerns of students and to prevent the commission of suicides in higher educational institutions, with Justice S. Ravindra Bhatt, former judge of Supreme Court of India, as the chairperson. The court directed the chief secretaries of all the states and union territories to nominate a high ranking officer not below the rank of joint secretary in Department of Higher Education of respective state or union territory to act as the nodal officer on behalf of respected state or union territory. It further directed all concerned departments and authorities of the respective state or union territory to cooperate with the nodal officer concerned and furnish necessary information, data, and assistance as may be sought by such nodal officers. The Joint Secretary, Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Government of India shall act as the convener of the task force. The task force includes representatives from diverse fields to ensure an interdisciplinary approach to tackling the issue of commission of suicides in the higher educational institutions. The remit of this task force is to prepare a comprehensive report that includes identification of the predominant causes which lead to commission of suicides by students, an examination of the various causes which lead to student suicide in higher education institutions, including but not limited to ragging, caste based discrimination, gender based discrimination, sexual harassment, academic pressure, financial burden, mental health related stigma, discrimination based on ethnicity, tribal identity, disability, sexual orientation, political views, religious beliefs, or any other grounds, analysis of existing regulations, a thorough assessment of the effectiveness of current laws, policies, institutional frameworks applicable to higher education institutions concerning ragging, caste based and gender based discrimination, sexual harassment, mental health support, support for students facing academic challenges, financial support to students in needs of funds. This analysis will evaluate whether these frameworks adequately address the challenges faced by students. Recommendations for strengthening protections, proposing necessary reforms to existing legal and institutional frameworks to ensure stronger enforcement, accountability, and preventive measures. The task force shall also put forth recommendations to address existing gaps, create more inclusive and supportive academic environment, and ensure equal opportunities for members of marginalized communities. In the process of preparing its report, the task force shall have the authority to conduct surprise inspections of any higher education institution. Additionally, the task force shall be at liberty to make further recommendations beyond specified mandate wherever necessary to ensure a holistic and effective approach towards addressing mental health concerns of students and eliminating incidences of suicides in higher education institutions. The task force is requested to take into account the views and concerns of all stakeholders, including those of student unions, whether elected or nominated, and other student representative bodies wherever they exist. The task force is also requested to seek representation from and consult the governments of all states and union territories. Task force may also consider obtaining views of different stakeholders by way of circulating a questionnaire and seeking written responses thereupon. It is clarified that term higher education institution is used broadly to cover all higher education institutions including government and private universities, deemed to be universities, government and private colleges, etc. The Secretary, Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Secretary, Department of Social Justice and Empowerment, Ministry of Social Justice and Environment, Secretary, Ministry of Women and Child Development, and Secretary, Department of Legal Affairs, Ministry of Law and Justice, Government of India shall collaborate with the task force and extend full cooperation by providing necessary information, documents, and resources required by task force to effectively carry out its mandate. The Secretary, Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Government of India shall serve as member secretary of task force. Ministry of Education, Government of India shall be responsible for providing all necessary logistical support to facilitate functioning of task force. This shall include making arrangements for travel, accommodation, secretarial assistance, as well as covering all related expenses of task force members. Ministry shall provide sufficiently large office space to task force for holding its meetings and also to enable officials to carry carry on day-to-day activities. Additionally, Ministry shall provide appropriate honorarium to members in recognition of contributions. Court shall also direct central government, the governments of states or union territories and agencies thereof, and universities shall extend full and active cooperation to task force and provide requisite data, information, and assistance as may be necessary. In case of delay, reluctance, or neglect on the part of foresight bodies, task force will be at liberty to approach this court through amicus curiae seeking remedial action. Chairperson of task force shall be at liberty to engage the services of any person for purpose of providing secretarial assistance in coordinating with members of task force, preparation of interim and final reports, and for smooth and effective discharge of any other responsibilities as may arise during the course of carrying out mandate of the task force. This shall include engagement of services of data analysts and research assistants as may be necessary for effective discharge of mandate of task force. The chairperson of task force shall also be at liberty to constitute, after due consultation with members of task force committees and subcommittees, as may be required for purpose of carrying out specific functions. Court said that we direct the Union of India to deposit an amount of rupees 20 lakhs with the registry within 2 weeks from date of this order as an outlay for initial operations of task force. Amicus curiae shall be at liberty to move appropriate applications seeking orders for disbursement of additional funds wherever necessary. Court said that we clarify that this amount is in addition of financial and administrative responsibility of Ministry of Education as described. The task force is requested to present an interim report within 4 months from date of this order. Final report shall be submitted within 8 months from date of this order. Court said that we treat this matter as partly heard. Registry shall notify this matter after 4 months along with the interim report of task force before this very bench of J.B. Pardiwala and R. Mahadevan, after obtaining appropriate orders from the Honorable Chief Justice of India. This case was pertaining to two young boys aspiring to be engineers who were found dead in their respective hostel rooms under suspicious circumstances. Ayush Ashna was found dead on 8th of July 2023 in his hostel room number WH02 situated at 7th floor Udagiri Hostel IIT New Delhi, whereas Anil Kumar was found dead on 1st September 2023 in hostel room EA18 situated on ground floor of Vidyanchal Hostel at IIT Delhi.